Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Like some of you know, I am in Zambia and I just finished preaching. I went online and I saw the story of this lady, Osinachi, and the woman in me, the mother in me, the big sister in me jumped on this call. Thank you. You can hear me. Thank you. And that's what I want us to quickly talk about. Now, I've never met this lady. Thank you, everybody. Good evening. I'm sending love back to you. Thank you so very much. I said I just finished preaching and I checked online and I found the story of this lady that composed Ekueme, You Are the Living God. Oh. That song was a hit. That song blessed us and is still blessing us. And while I was on NHN's page, I saw that she had an abusive relationship. What? I just want to reiterate the fact that marriage is not what completes you as a person. There may be pastors and imams that will disagree, but it does not matter. I base my life on the Bible. God is very interested in you. Your marriage relationship and any other relationship is secondary. You are first a human being before you are a wife, before you are a husband, before you are a child, before you are a Christian, before you are anything. You come first. Please don't confuse religion and spirituality. I do not care who told you to and die there and be praying and be fasting. It is folly. It is foolishness. Don't allow anybody make you stay in an abusive relationship. Please, I'm happy if this is true that the man has been arrested. We are all waiting eagerly to see him behind the bars. Yes, I said that. We are waiting to see him behind the bars. All of us are waiting. You touch one of us, you have touched all of us. It is sheer wickedness that has given you 4 children, even if she has not given you any child. I'm speaking to you, ladies and gentlemen. Close one eye in prayer, open the other one in being security conscious. Sing. Please, somebody slapped you while you are dating the person. You want to go into marriage? Because culture makes you feel that if you are not married, you are not complete. Lie. Blatant lie from hell. Love yourself. You are primary to you. Every other relationship is secondary. Your pastor, your imam, your GO, your bishop, your founder, your babalawo, in case you have a relationship with one babalawo somewhere. Whoever is a spiritual authority over your life comes secondary. Secondary. Quote me. Don't let anybody tell you that because that person is your pastor, you must stay in an abusive relationship. The man is beating you and then you just... The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 4, you know that one. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. It's there in Proverbs 4:7. Get understanding. They say love is blind. I always tell you that love may be blind, but marriage is the eye opener. Let me analyze a few things and then I'll make 1 or 2 of you. I'll let you, share your opinion with me. Number 1, as a woman, please be economically empowered. Have your own. parents, raise your girls to have their own. I have counseled with too many people, and you will hear these women say, there is nothing, I don't have anything. It's the man that pays the school fees. It's the man that has bought me a car. It's the man. That's silly. That is very silly. Do something with your life. I'm a full-time minister of the gospel, and I'm a full-time businesswoman. All of you know that. Same thing with my husband. If you see my husband on the farm, you'll be shocked that he's a bishop. We've been in business before we came into ministry. The Proverbs 31 woman was into real estate. She was into agriculture. She was into design, fabric, this. She considers a field and she buyeth it. That's what the Bible says. I notice that is the starting point. Do something with your life. So that, because every human being is a psychologist, so that your life, the totality of your life, will not be dependent on the man or the woman. It is so sad. The mother in me cried today. How can that young lady just die like that because of one useless man? Useless man. And before you know what is happening now, if they release him from prison, he will go and remarry. What about those children? Can anybody ever be like their mother? Don't die before you ask for help. And please, somebody made a comment on my page today, my Instagram page, as a social worker. If somebody confides in you, that lady said, you don't need that person's consent to report. I didn't know that too. Because we'll be saying in church, you know, you confided in me, therefore I cannot say it. Please, go and bundle her out of that relationship. Carry her. I have a home in case you need where to put her. I have a home. I will volunteer. I have a place where you can put her. She can stay there for 6 months, free, even with the 4 children. She can stay there. I don't charge no kobo. And if you are doing something with your life, that gives you some level of confidence. So why would you stay in an abusive relationship if the man is not in charge of everything? You can't rent a house, even if it's 1 bedroom, because somebody said she was doing something with her life. So what steals your confidence? Any relationship where you are not free is a cult. Get out. God hates divorce. Yes, God hates divorce. But does God hate murder? Does God hate murder? That's a food for thought. In case that lady now has parents, who will ever replace her in her parents' life? Do something with your life. Get some money for yourself that is not dependent on how your spouse feels. Times have changed. Times have changed. Don't just sit down there and say, I'm a full-time housewife. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yes, I understand that there are some women that they are full-time housewifery because of their situation. But please, that does not mean that you are inferior to whoever is feeding you. Get out. If a man slaps you, don't stand there and be praying and be binding. Your pastor may not be your counselor. Your pastor may not be a marriage counselor. Your pastor may not be. So don't say, pastor said we should sit down there. If you were the pastor's daughter, would he have told you to stay there and be praying? Step out into safety first. Then let's talk about whether there can be reconciliation. Even if you will not remarry, if they say you should not divorce, at least they didn't say you should not have a life. So step out. Step out and be in safety. Carry your children, carry your pikin. When you step out, people will say, what's going on? Then you'll be able to speak. Don't go into coma before you ask for help. Because you will not be alive now to be telling us your own side of the story. I just pray that the government will help us take care of that man, quote and unquote. And then please, number 2, if you know anything about anyone that is going through an abusive relationship, don't keep silent. Be your sister's keeper. Be your brother's keeper. And if you notice that, somebody said the pastors are beating their own wives too. It's true. I counsel with some pastors' wives, and it will shock you. Bishops' wives. It's not even only physical beating, psychological, emotional. So why are you still in that relationship? She says, I don't have any money to go and rent. And the man will beat you. The man will call you to tell you to kneel down, raise your hands, and the man will call you goat. And the man will tell you, get up after 15 minutes, go and fix something for me. And when you are done, clean up and meet me in the bedroom. What rubbish is that? Woman, you are not inferior to anybody. Don't think that marriage is all that makes you. Please understand that you are important. With or without marriage, don't die in any abusive relationship. And I want to say this to, well, I'm not a pastor, I'm a pastor's wife. And I've been a pastor's wife for 33 years. Those of you that are privileged to have spiritual authority over people, please stop telling them to stay in abusive relationships and be praying. If they were your blood relation, will you tell them to stay there? How can you as a pastor, somebody tells you that my husband is beating me, my husband is slapping me, while my wife has brought out a knife, and then you say to the person, stay there, I will be praying for you. God can never hear that kind of prayer. Please, stop telling people. That is abuse of power. Submission is not subjugation. Submission is not slavery. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 22 is preceded by verse 21. Submitting one to another. Every aircraft has a pilot and a co-pilot. The fact that you are the head of the relationship does not mean you should kill the body. Does not mean you should kill the body in the name of religion. Did I say the woman is not submitting? Submission, Bible submission, not demonic submission. Bible submission is strength put under control, and you submit one to another. Pastors, please stop this evil. Pastors' wives, please stop this evil. Can you allow your own daughter or your own son to stay and tell him or her to be praying while you are fasting until he or she... Let's stop this rubbish. It is not biblical. Please understand that nobody should tell you to stay in any abuse. It does not matter the title, bishop, assistant GO. It does not matter the relationship. Don't die before you seek for help. It's not slavery. It is not slavery. It is not slavery. Let's stop this rubbish. It cannot continue. If you're a pastor and you are hearing me, and you can please forward this to your pastor, it is not biblical for you to tell people to stay while the man is beating her and slapping her and frustrating her psychologically. You know, another. Okay, it's saying that people should leave their marriages. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is any marriage that is not worth the onion, let the parties please step out into safety first before you now begin to talk about reconciliation. And any man that raises his hand to beat his wife needs psychiatric attention. That is it. Needs a psychiatrist. Needs to see a psychiatrist. You cannot begin to use the Bible. You too, you can read the Bible. Your life is important. Job chapter 12 verse 3. You are not inferior to anybody. Not your husband. What will now happen to the children that this woman has left? Move to another house and go and pray there. God will hear your prayers there. We've lost enough. Please, let's stop this. Maybe telling a woman, don't give up. Don't give up your marriage. Fight for your marriage. You can fight for your marriage from afar. You can fight for your marriage from another house. Not in the house of an animal. That is. I'm so sorry to say this. Let that man stay in jail. And say, abortion, we must forgive. He must be born again. Let him be born again and be an evangelist in the prison. There are people there that need to be saved. And he's a coward. Any man that is a coward is an animal. Let the person go.
Boy, my people, this matter, if person tell me, say, woman like this woman, Osinachi, they go through this kind of challenge for her home, I go say na lie. I no believe him. No wonder it was difficult for me. This morning I wake up, I say, how person go just smile like that? How? Because they don't first tell us what make the woman, what happened to the woman from the beginning. We dey hear different story. Some people say na throat cancer. unknown to us say now waiting the husband they do to Rana be this. The matter they everywhere. Initially, I don't want agree say I don't want agree say now the truth. Say now the woman husband I read the the woman. I don't want believe until when I come here where Frank Edward post something about him. I can't even do video about him.
Somebody will be jealous about someone they love, maybe their progress, you're jealous of someone's progress, or maybe you think they are going to be bigger than you. I don't know what the problem was. I mean, I'm just hearing now that, you know, a lot of people spoke to her to leave. That because of the way the man spoke to me the first day, that they begged me to be on conference call to just plead for him to allow her to just do her music. You know, say, what kind of help are you people trying to? I said, I was on my own and earned money, and this woman built a whole studio for this lady, and he refused. He literally refused. There's a lot of stories out there, you know, people saying, you know, they told her that she'll be hiding to call. She'll be hiding to call people. So she couldn't even really tell people what she was going through. People actually didn't really know the intensity of what she was going through. I only knew a little because Auntie Joy contacted me to see a way I can just help produce her music. That's how I even got to know that, oh, they say we have to take permission from her husband before we help her. And I'm like, Auntie Joy, what? How can you want to help someone and then you take a permission to help them? Didn't you tell them you're the one spending money? Do they think that you want to make money? I don't understand it. So that was the one that I knew. The control. Before you go for a program, the person say, oh, you must talk to me first. Well done, sir. I told her that the truth is I didn't even know that it has gotten to the point of physical. But what I kept saying is that the control was too much. The control was too much. The other time someone wanted me to get her for an event, and then she was she wanted me to say to the husband that the event was free, because if the husband knew that they were going to pay her, she said he was going to collect the money. And I said, this thing is the control is too much. How do you resolve this thing? How do you resolve? At the end of the day, the person ended up not inviting her, you know. So I have friends that we spoke every day. I have colleagues, you know, in the industry that we spoke every day, but she's not one of them because of the control of, you know, this man had on her.
Now be say this thing are truth. That was even before I see this video from Pastor Funke Adejumo. And a woman like this cannot come out to say something that is not true if she never hear from a reliable source. You know, women, I know say to come up for marriage where we say things not they do well. I know say it hard. I know say it hard very well. It's very difficult. Me, I don't experience that. Maybe I don't come up for marriage when no work for me. I know what it is. I know. Not get what you want to tell me what I'll tell you, so I don't know. But the best now for you to still waka. You still have to waka. That is the best of the best. I know so sometimes it's difficult because you know they financially buoyant. It make it hard. That is why you have to plan your exits. You have to plan your exits. You go gather time to plan your exits. You understand? You have to plan your exits. And this one goes to those the younger people when they now, when never marry at all. Before you go marry, get something where you do. Even if you go school, you be graduate, I bet get and work. Because when the chips are down, that one ain't go save you. It go help you anyhow. Forget say this man they love you when you they want marry him, or you don't know how things go be. You don't know what that person go change. You don't know anything. Nobody knows what the future holds. Nobody knows what the future holds at all. Oh my God, this woman, she just, her son just set for noon. Afternoon, now her son takes set. And you think God will be happy? What about the souls where her song supposed to bless? Not be just this way she sings so. What about other souls where her song supposed to bless? What about the souls where her songs supposed to bring out from the pit of hell? Now she left without finishing her assignments. Because of one thing where they call marriage. because of what people will say, because of what the society will say. People will always say. Now, when she don't, by people know they talk now. People will always say, but if you come out in one piece, one, you go there alive. Two people go talk, they'll come forget. But you did here for your children. Ah, oh God, oh God, oh God. When I don't understand how this thing they pay me, I know why they pay me, because I did exactly this from my position. The only difference between say I'm not be singer, I know they sing. Now I make this thing they pay me. They pay me say this woman don't get small sprinkle of streets. Maybe not the small sprinkle of streets when I get inside the Christian values, I can't get with a touch of streets. Now that street touch, now give me the mind to step. This woman no get the mind to step because she dey feel so. I be model for people eyes. I be what do they call am? A celebrity. I be role model. I be Christian woman. I be this. I be that. Even the few people where she open up to, you know, allow them talk come outside. Now so it be for me too. Before I run, even the social worker no agree make them talk. Or show him movie, I dey fear. But you know, the Nigerian society and the UK society no be the same. May we no go that side. My people, how una see this matter beg? I won't hear for the comment section. This thing will happen today, so it don't open new chapter for my life. It don't open new chapter for my life. It be like say my foundation where they take care of children, where they be say I open because of children. Be like say I go add women join. Plus it be like so. Make I dey see how the thing go be. God go help us. Una do make una enjoy una self. Una bye bye.